y'all. Let's see. How do I share this? Let's see. I don't know. Um, okay. Y'all. Oh, right here. Okay. Okay. So when I go to share it, it takes me out of the live. Okay. Well, okay. I need, okay. Y'all give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay, y'all. I'll do a. Okay, y'all. I'll do apologize. I think anybody else I need to share with, I can uh, do it from here. Okay, I can do it on Messenger, I believe. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Glad you all can join me. Uh, yeah, I'm still trying to share. Uh, let's see, let's see, let's see. Y'all know it's been a while uh since I've been on here. But I'm back, y'all. So, um okay. Let me see. I need to try to share this. I would appreciate if you all would give me a thumbs up. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Okay. That's it. All right, y'all. Okay. I know we got a few trolls in the building, but y'all, I wanted you all to come and have a late dinner with me, guys. So this is my dinner. I made some lasagna. Those are ribs and greens and cabbage. And y'all, I made some hot water cornbread. Yes. And I also made eggs, y'all. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, how's everybody been doing, y'all? Y'all, I know that it's been too long, really. It has been too long since I've been on here, but y'all, I've been through uh some trying times, okay? But even through those times, y'all, I'm here to tell my own story. Oh man, get that phone plugged up. Don't let it die on you. Keith, get that phone plugged up. Yeah, so has everybody been doing in my absence, y'all? Mm-mm. Yeah, I've been I've dealt with a few uh rough things, but y'all, that's okay. We all gonna go through something in life. Hmm. And when you make it through it and you're able to tell your story, that's a beautiful thing itself, because so many people, they're not able to tell their story. They went through so much and now they ain't even here. And then some people that have went through way less than me are gone. Y'all, so I don't, everything that I'm Lord, y'all, I'm sorry about it being so loud. I was listening to music earlier, and you know how you have that music going. So, yeah, but I am so thankful to be on here. I decided to cook a real meal, y'all, because it's been so long, you know. Uh, it's not, most of you all, I think all of you all probably know, uh, hello, that I lost my husband last year. And so, been rough. But I thank God that I have definitely did a 360. Uh, God has definitely turned things around in my life. Uh, because there for a while, everything was just so uh, touch and go. You know, it's a horrible thing to wake up in ICU, y'all. And the thing about it, when I woke up in ICU, the day that everything happened, I was supposed to be discharged from the hospital that day. That didn't happen. When they came back into the room, they had given me my discharge papers, y'all, and everything. When they came back into the room, they found me unconscious. And I don't know, like, how many days or how long uh, it was before I woke up. I don't even know. Uh, but anyway, I thank God for waking me up, y'all, because when I woke up, they had this white, it was like plastic thing over me, and then they had a machine like up under it blowing hot heat on me. Y'all, my temperature had dropped to, I forget what it's, I forget the number, but it had dropped. Like, they said I was cold. So when I woke up, you know, usually when you wake up in the hospital, uh, you're on your back. But for some reason, I was on my stomach. And I was like, first of all, where am I? Because I looked around and I'm like, this is not where I was at. So, um, one of the nurses said, let me get your doctor. So, my doctor came in and I'm like, what is going on? So, he was saying that, he had to run some tests on me and that my kidneys was acting up and It was just a lot. Uh, it was just a lot going on, y'all. And like going through that, like I called my one sister, but I didn't call my oldest sister because my oldest sister is almost 80 years old. So a lot of things that I deal with, I don't share with her right away because my sister, she a big crybaby. She the big crybaby. I'm a little crybaby. But you know, I don't want to share nothing with her that's gonna upset her. So, stuff that I deal with, I don't share it with her until basically I done made it through it pretty much. Now, my sister that's next to me, I'm the youngest, but I have a sister that's 3 years older than me, and all of us are close, but we're close in age. So I probably share too much information with her because, I, stuff that I go through, I just share it with her. Because a lot of times I be upset, y'all. I be crying, and like, when you going through all of that, you need somebody, but at the same time, you still have to use wisdom because you don't want to uh share the wrong information with somebody that's gonna set them off or you know whatever you know so I have to use wisdom. So y'all, I had surgery. As a matter of fact, I go back tomorrow for them to check the surgery and all of that. But I'll get into that another time. I'm not really ready to talk about that right now. Uh, but I kept getting these text messages telling me that I need to be at the surgery center. And I'm like, I know this is a mistake. So I was just ignoring the messages. So one morning I was getting ready to go and I get a phone call and it's the hospital, and the lady said that she had scheduled me for surgery, and I just broke down, and I was just crying and crying and crying because, like, y'all, well, some of y'all know, some of you don't know, but I live alone now because, my husband is gone. So it was like it was just me. Like I had nobody to lean on at that time. So of course I called my sister, and you know when I call y'all, I might get emotional. I'm an emotional person, but when I call my sister, she immediately said, "You gonna be fine." In spite of her maybe being nervous or scared, just the fact that my biggest thing, y'all, I don't want to be put to sleep. You know, I hate that. You know, but I didn't have a choice. You know, and you know, I was like, when the lady called me and was telling me about the surgery, I say nobody never told me about this surgery. I say I've been getting text messages telling me that I need to be at the surgery center, and I just been ignoring it because I'm like, I know you ain't talking about me, cause ain't nobody said nothing to me. So I talked, to my sister and just shared with her, how I felt, you know, and she just encouraged me and let me know that it was gonna be all right. You know, um, she wasn't like, well, girl, that ain't nothing. A lot of people done had that surgery. So what? But I'm just giving that as an example because some people are like that. They feel like the doctors that did surgery a million times. That's how some people look at it. You know, but I just thank God. And then when I told my big sister about it, she said the same. She like, you gonna be all right, cause I think I let her know. It was like right before I had the surgery because um, I just didn't want to worry her, because she might not say nothing, but I know my sister, you know. Uh, I know how she is, but y'all through all of that, I made it. Y'all, I'm here to tell the story. And I'm so grateful to God for that because it's only Him. It is only Him that I am here, y'all, to be sharing with y'all. And I have quite a bit of things going on in my life. I don't know if y'all can remember or not, but the last time I was on here, all of this red stuff that's out now, y'all remember all that stuff was packed up? It was packed up. But I have since had somebody to come and get it unpacked because I got tired of cooking out of one or two skillets and I got pot sets. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So, y'all know that I was planning on moving. But y'all, things just started happening. And it just put everything on hold. It just put everything on hold. But it's okay. It's okay because in spite of everything that I done been through, I yet have a roof over my head. Everything is taken care of. That's all that matter, y'all. That's at the end of the day. That's all that matter. I'm still looking to move. Um, I have an application right now that I need to finish so that I can get it back tomorrow. So, y'all, my food is about getting cold. I don't know how people eat and be talking. I really don't. I be trying it, but my food it need to be heated again. But it's okay. Y'all, this lasagna is all of it is good. All of it is good. I'm eating deviled eggs, greens and cabbage, ribs, and lasagna, and hot water cornbread. Yes. So y'all, um, I'm not gonna even say I'm gonna be on here every day, y'all, cause right now, no, I didn't. I didn't. I put it in the oven. I know it looked like it came off the grill, but baby, I slow cooked it. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. And I had been saying I was gonna make some lasagna, and I really my whole every day, y'all, I have something to do. I'm in physical therapy, y'all, And that really takes up a lot of my time because I'll be there for hours. But it's okay because it's this my journey. It is good. Hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I complain to myself a little bit. I don't complain to nobody, but I feel like every day I'm on the move. I'm on the move. And y'all, it's like I be thinking about cooking, but by the time I get home and get settled down, and I'm single now, so you gotta have some type of social life, you know. So I've I have to make some room for that. So I just don't have a lot of time anymore, you know. But the thing of it is that it's gonna pay out. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna pay out. Hey, love, how you doing? Come and have some of this. At least I didn't make no dessert, but when I get off of here, I'm gonna make some dessert. I said cause I want some brownies, so I said I'm gonna cook some brownies. I'm gonna put me some chocolate chips in there and some pecans, and I'm gonna cook just a little bit of caramel, and I'm gonna drizzle it, on top, and sprinkle some chopped pecans on there, and that's how I'm gonna let them bake. So yeah. Hmm. So Rhonda TV, honey, I'm on here eating real good. Look at that, y'all. This lasagna is the bomb. I'm telling you, and I know I cook way too much, way too much. If y'all don't mind, can you give me a thumbs up? I sure did. Hmm. Hello, hello, Queen of Kings. All right. Yeah. Uh-oh. Piece of that Italian sausage was trying to get away from me, y'all. But I caught it. Mm-mm. Yeah. I caught it, y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all, I ordered this lemonade right here from Amazon. It ain't good at all. Ain't no sweetness to it. So I had some of them little shakers that you just put in a bottle of water. I had some grape, so I just put me 2 packs of them in it and shook it up. Y'all, it tastes so good, so good. Cause I didn't want to add no more sugar to it. Oh, I ain't even tasted none of my rib. Let me see. Let's see how this rib is. No, I did not. I forgot. I forgot. Lisa, I forgot. And I did an order from them this morning. Cause I ordered y'all. Hello. I ordered a cabbage yesterday from Walmart. Y'all, I was so upset. They brought me a head of lettuce. I got greens and cabbage, deviled eggs, uh, and hot water cornbread. Y'all want a bite of this rib? Here you go. Get your get your get your good bite. Get you a good bite. Yeah, honey, I was so ready to cook my little cabbage and greens. I say I must have really wanted them bad. Yes, I have had a really good day, Taylor. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, pretty girl. Auntie love you. Mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, y'all. This I'm telling y'all. Uh, baby, this rib is so tender. When I was cutting them, I had to be real careful. Thank you. Yeah, because I wanted them to stay on the bone, but they were so tender. I was like, man. Mm-hmm. And I tell y'all, these eggs, mm-mm, everything is just good. But I haven't cooked like this in a long time. It's been a long time, y'all. And I just wanted me a good meal. I'm a when I every time when I make lasagna, I usually only make lasagna like when my niece is here, or I make some and my sister come get some of it. So my niece, I'm making you hungry. My niece too far to get some. So yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if y'all make lasagna and you don't put Italian sausage in it, y'all missing out. That Italian sausage, it takes it to a whole nother level. It really do. Hmm. Yeah, I really, I really wanted to video when I was cooking, but y'all, to be honest, I've got out of practice with that. So I would have been all over the place. Yeah, that Italian, I'm telling you. Hmm. That Italian sausage, it take it to a whole nother level. But I tell you what, they got the Italian ground turkey. That's good too. So, I know some people don't eat pork, and I don't eat a lot of it. But it's just certain things when I cook it. When I cook, I'ma need that in my life. Hmm. Yeah. I haven't. Well, yes, I did. For breakfast, I ate some oatmeal and some sausage links. That's what I had for breakfast, and that's all I done had. Like I ain't had no snacks or nothing. But y'all, I'm pretty much full already. But I'm gonna be up till late because I'm eating these cabbage. And baby, I ain't going to sleep on them. Mm-mm. No. Y'all, this cornbread is so good. I just eat it by itself. This is hot water cornbread. And all I did, y'all, was I used the yellow cornmeal. And then I put me a little bit of flour in it and a little sugar. Put me a pinch of salt, just a pinch, because y'all know I don't really do salt. But I put it in there because it enhances your flavor. Excuse me. So, did that, and I added the hot water. You know, it's just good. It's more. It ain't dry or none of that. It's just good. Like you can take you a piece of butter, baby, rub it on top of there, warm it up a little bit, honey, and you'll be real happy with it. Real happy. So, yeah. So y'all, I don't due to my schedule, and then just with me being by myself right now, I don't, I just don't cook like this anymore. But once, you know, that man is here in my life, things will be different, you know. So, yeah, things will be different. hmm Y'all, when I made these eggs, I probably ate about four of them before I could get them in the refrigerator. hmm But I knew I was gonna. So that's why I come I bought a couple of extra ones. So next week, when I go to therapy, I have to have my lunch. So uh, for a couple of days, this will be my lunch. hmm Yeah, this will be my lunch. hmm Yep. hmm So did y'all do any cooking tonight? Anybody do any cooking today? I know more than just me cook. Mm-mm. Well, I ain't cooked in so long. Not for real. Not this kind of cooking. I might fry some chicken or something. But, you know, that turkey sandwich sound pretty good. Mm-mm. Baby, especially if it had all the trimmings like the lettuce and the tomato and some onion. Y'all, when I'm eating a deli sandwich, I love fresh onions on my sandwich. It's just something about that crunch of them onions and that taste. Oh, honey. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-mm. Y'all, I definitely appreciate y'all
Woke up this
honey.
morning, got up out of my bed.
And hanging out
I
with me.
looked around. This is what I said. Thank you, Lord,
I don't
for
know if you
another
on my live,
day.
but I
All
can't
the
now.
blessings just in my way. I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave, but you told
Yes.
it. Get
I'm
back,
coming
got
back
me
this
head.
way. I am coming back this way, honey. It's been a minute. But I sure appreciate you all hanging in there with me, staying subscribed to me, and all of that. I appreciate it so much. Mm-hmm. Yes. Huh? Well, I usually don't eat dinner this late. I don't. I don't usually eat dinner this late. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just. I'm glad to be back because the struggle has been real. But in spite of all of that, y'all, I'm here to tell my own story. No, I did not. I have not moved yet. That's what I was sharing. Excuse me. The last few videos that I made, all of my red stuff was put up. It was packed up, rather. Because my niece and her husband came here while I was in the hospital. And that's another surgery that I had to have. But I talked to y'all about that another time as well. And they packed up everything. They probably would have put me in a box if I would have been here. But they came and got me together. I miss you. Man, y'all don't know how much I miss y'all. So, but I be feeling like, man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I said maybe, like, yeah, I go to physical therapy all the time. Like that's my life now. Physical therapy, to get me all the way back on my feet, to give me strength. Tell her I need give me some of that ice cream. I ain't got nothing sweet, but I'm gonna make them brownies. Yeah, so I was like, I just need some of my stuff unpacked. So I feel normal, because anything I cooked, I was using one skillet. I say this don't make no sense when I got every kitchen gadget that there is, and I'm using one skillet. So I just, I'm just glad, y'all, to be back on here. And sometimes, because my instructor at rehab, his name is Brandon. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this man is so awesome. The whole team is. I mean, like it's a beautiful thing to work with people that want to see you win, y'all. Like they be as excited as me, when I accomplish something, and that just, man, it's just beautiful, and it encourages you, even more to make you want to go, even though y'all be hurting like here. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I be hurting. I be hurting, but I have arthritis, and that baby, like one day last week, y'all, I was hurting so bad when he had me up walking. It was horrible. And he anything that they tell me to do, y'all, I do it. Because why? This is my journey. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to get to the finish line, I got to put in the work. And the work ain't always easy, y'all. It ain't. But yeah, I'm gonna uh start doing that. But I be like, I think about, coming on here, but then I'm like, I don't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm away from home more than I'm at home. And I have a new friend in my life, and he be like, "When are you gonna rest? Like, just rest." But y'all, when I try to rest, I be study thinking, and I be study just thanking God, because I've been through so much. God, when I tell y'all, God have given me great testimony. And one thing I've learned in this life is that everybody wants a great testimony, but don't nobody want to go through nothing. So, and then uh sometimes when we going through things, we feel like, oh man, what did I do to deserve this? That don't mean you did nothing. That does not. Sometimes you go through things in life because God is preparing you for your future. You don't know who you gonna run into that has this issue or that issue. You never know. But if you don't go through nothing, how you gonna help them? If you don't go through nothing in life, you can't help nobody. How can you tell somebody that everything is gonna be all right and you ain't been through nothing? Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. The stuff that I have been through, that I have endured, baby, it ain't been easy on me, and it ain't been easy on my family. Cause let me tell you something. When you have family members that, I mean, genuinely love you and care for you, when you go through something, baby, they feel it. They feel it. So my fight, it ain't just for me. I have new nieces and nephews. Y'all, let me tell y'all. They got this song, Auntie Outside Tonight. Baby, that is my song, okay? And I said, when God put me back on my feet all the way, baby, when I tell y'all I'm gonna have me, baby, I'm gonna have me a good time. And y'all, when that song come on, y'all, I have at least 200, 300 nieces and nephews. At least. At least that many. Y'all, when they put that song on, every last one of them, I need them on the floor with me. I'm telling you. I'm going to need them all on that floor with me. Every time the song come on. Yes. Auntie Outside Tonight. Yes, that is my song. Because, baby, this auntie right here, baby, yes. I'm telling you. I made up when I decided, because first, y'all, when I got out of the hospital and out of rehab, I was, thanks for the hearts, I was getting physical therapy at home. But they was only coming once a week. Baby, that wasn't enough. I said, oh no, this, I like them, all of that, but it wasn't enough for me to get where I need to be. So, honey, I went to my doctor and I told her, I say I need to go out to physical therapy where they can, work with me every day. That's what I need. I say because I have dreams. I have things that I want to do, you know? So me just sitting around like a bumper, that ain't me. Oh no. Mm-mm. that is not me. So she had no problem. She said, I'm so glad to hear that, y'all. And that's another thing. You know, me and my doctor, we done had our little run-ins where I felt like she wasn't moving fast enough. But baby, I think, she felt me. And cause I was gonna leave her, and just get me another doctor. But baby, when I tell her I need this or that, baby, she's on it. And that's what you need. You need your doctor to whatever you got going on. You need them to pay attention. You want your doctor to want you to win. Cause otherwise, they defeating the purpose. Like, who needs a doctor that don't want to see them win? Who you don't need that. So baby, she got me hooked up. Them people called me, and I've been going strong ever since. And y'all, when I first started going, I started going March the 27th. Y'all, when I first started going, I could not see myself where I'm at today. I couldn't see it. I have come a long way, y'all. I mean, when I woke up in ICU, y'all, I ain't have no strength, nothing. I couldn't. They had to come and turn me every 2 hours. I was in that bad of shape, y'all. And that was beginning of this year. But look at me today. Y'all, God blessed me to see another birthday. I am 55 years old. And when I was at Therapy Friday, uh, I was sitting there talking to a lady, and she was like, "You so young, you ain't no more than about 35." I said, 35. I said, "Oh Lord, I sure take it." She like, "You a baby." I let her finish talking. And then when she got through talking, I say, "Ma'am, I am 55 years old." She like, 55? I said, "Yes, ma'am. 55." Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, baby, see, what the doctors have to realize is they work for you. You ain't working for them. They work for you. Yeah, that's what they have to get up. They have to get that up here. And sometimes, you know, you have to remind them, I don't work for you. I help you get your paycheck. You have to remind them, y'all, and it's okay. It's okay to remind them. I'm telling you, sometimes, y'all, I think about just how far God have brought me in a short time. And I'm a very emotional person, and I just be crying like a baby. Like, Lord, only you can do it. Only you can do it. Like, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a beautiful thing. You know how people be like, "How you feel? How you doing?" And I would just be like, "Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm pretty good." And all the time, I feel like rolling up under a table somewhere. Because I don't feel good. None of that. But, baby, let me tell you something. Time brings about a change. It bring about a change, y'all. I'm telling you. Now, if somebody asks me how I feel, if I tell them I feel good, I feel good. Yes, it's a beautiful thing to be able to say you feel good and you really feel good. It's beautiful. And I say, Lord, I don't know what it took, why I had to go through uh what I don't know. I don't question God because I know God don't make no mistakes. So I don't question God. All I do is try to live my life the best that I know how. That's it. I don't I don't be you know, uh-uh. It just it's just beautiful to be able to say, excuse me, that I feel good and I mean it. Like it ain't, I'm not just saying I feel good because I don't want you worrying about me. But it's because I really do feel good. I really feel good, you know. Yeah, I was on I don't know how much blood pressure medicine I was on. I don't know. But y'all, I take a half of a pill. And I don't take that every day. My blood pressure has to get to a certain level for me to even be able to take that half a pill, y'all. Man, can't nobody do you like Jesus. Nobody. 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 I'm telling you. From a handful of pills to a half a pill. Man, let me tell you. When God show up, he always show out. Always. Yeah. When they started taking me off of my blood pressure medicine, I say, well, because some of them I had stopped taking anyway, because I knew it was too much. So they took me off of that and took me off of some more. And I think that was a week before last. They got me on a half a pill. You know, like I don't eat the best, y'all, because I be on the move. But I don't over eat stuff. Like y'all seen my plate, and this is what I still have left. This is what I ate one piece of rib. I ate a half a piece of cornbread and the greens and cabbage that's gone. And I might as well eat that little piece of deviled egg. That's it. So um and I've lost quite a bit of weight. Um so now y'all, I want to lose another 40 or 50 pounds and I'll be fine. But I'm fine anyway. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. But I'm going to feel even better. Yeah, I'm going to feel even better. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I don't eat. Like, I might, yes, he the one to praise, honey. Yes, I give it all to him because it's only through him that I'm able to do what I do, and I'm able to have the testimony that I have. It's only through him, you know. Like it's just it's such a beautiful uh thing to just Just feel good. Y'all, for so many uh years, I thought I felt okay. And I felt okay. I did. I felt okay. But I did feel. See, when I started feeling good as I feel now, I'm like, man, I've been missing out. I've been missing out, y'all. I'm telling you. If you need to make some changes, if you see this the thing, y'all. If you want something different in life, you got to do something different. You know. So for me, like I may, y'all, if y'all want me to, like I'll start. I can't share breakfast with y'all because I leave so early in the morning. To 9 times out of 10, I don't even have breakfast. I don't even have it. Now sometimes what I'll do is I'll buy a pack of sausage. I'll cook the whole pack. I'll cook a whole pack of biscuits, and then I'll take me some bell peppers and onions and a little bit of cheese, and I'll mix it up with some egg whites, and I'll cook that. And then I'll make sandwiches, and I put them in the freezer. So when I get ready to go, I just warm me up one in the microwave. Now I do that, but a lot of times I just don't have time to do breakfast. And um, I do have lunch. If you all would like for me to start, uh, I don't know, I can't. Maybe, well, next week I'm gonna be out of town, so maybe the week after that. If you and then that'll give me a little time to get some stuff, uh, prepared. If this is something that you all would like for me to do with you. Just, show you what I'm eating in a day, let you know what my weight is, and, like that. So if y'all think y'all want to go on a little journey with me, we can try it for maybe 30 days and, see where we at in 30 days. Thank you. I made up my mind, y'all, that I'm gonna say I'm gonna fight this to the end. You hear me? I'm gonna fight because y'all, I was in that hospital every other week. I was in a hospital, and the cardiologist he came to me. That's the heart doctor, and he told me he said your heart. He said you severely depressed and your heart is weak. It's getting weaker. Y'all, I began to cry like a baby. Now, mind you, I'm at the hospital, and at this time, I'm there by myself. And I don't like, I wanted somebody there with me, but at the same time, I didn't want to alarm nobody because I know what I've already been through and what some of my family have been through, the ones that's really close to me have been through. And I just, at that moment, when the doctor left out of there, I looked up and I told God, I said, God, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. I say, I will not be one of them women that lost their husband and they go behind them. I'm not her. I am not her. I told God, I say, I choose life. I choose life. Y'all, and I'm telling you, from that day to this one, I've been study pushing. Have it been easy? Uh-uh. Oh, no, 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 no. It ain't been easy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was not, y'all. I was scared. I was emotional, and at the same time, I'm trying not to get my be upset myself, even though I'm scared of what I'm dealing with right now. Because I just didn't know. But I knew I wanted to live. I knew I wanted to live. I knew that. But I just did not know how to grab a hold to life. And I think that my family, you know, I couldn't really share with them everything that I was going through because at that time I felt like they looked at me as being so strong. And I know they did because they would tell me, hey, you strong. You strong. And they didn't know I was ready to hit the floor. I'm telling you. At that time I was so weak mentally and physically. But y'all, when they would come around me, I would try to perk up, and I would always put me on something pretty and bright, because y'all bright color. I'm a woman of color. I love color, but them bright colors would take the focus off of me, even though they would be complimenting my outfit. It took the focus off of that inner man, how I was really hurting and really going through. Some of the stuff I was able to share with my niece. Some of it I was able to share with my sister. My oldest sister, I really couldn't share with her because she worse as me as far as a crybaby. So a lot of my hurt and pain, I just didn't share uh, with her, and I didn't share with a lot of people. I just didn't share. I took it to God, and I told God, I say, God, if you can't fix this, then it can't be fixed. So I had to uh, totally depend on God because, you know, my nephew, he came to see me, and he said, Auntie, you so strong. Baby, he just don't know. Baby, he don't know. And this is when I was in the hospital in ICU, and he was like, you so strong. And I say, boy, if I could have just shared with him how I really was feeling. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. Mm-mm. But God blessed me to even make it through all of that. I'm here to tell my own story. Thank you so much. I tried. I just, you know, but y'all, it's like now I'm just, I'm so excited about where I came from and where God is taking me, Like, it's just, life is a beautiful thing. In spite of what we go through, y'all, we have to count our blessings because, even though I've went through what I've been through, y'all, it's people way worse off than me. And it's people that ain't been through nowhere near what I've been through, but they ain't here today. You know, I can remember, y'all, I went to a car dealership, excuse me, with my friend. And, he was going to get him a car, whatever. And he was out test driving. And the young man, he and I was sitting there talking. And he told me, he said, I recently lost my sister. She had a cardiac arrest and she died. And I'm sitting there with chills because I had a cardiac arrest and I'm still here to tell my story, And I was sharing that, with him. And I was telling him sometimes these things just happen. It's nothing nobody can do about it. It just happens, and for a minute I'm like, why is this conversation coming up? But then later on, I thought about it. I say maybe he felt guilty, about his sister passing. Maybe he felt like it was something that he could have done, to prevent that from happening. No, you can't. When I had that cardiac arrest, y'all, I I had a vision, and I told my husband, I said, I feel like I'm gonna die sitting in this spot. And my husband like, I don't want to hear that. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you, y'all. About 2 weeks later, it happened right there in that exact same spot. It happened, y'all. When I came out of that coma, all of this, all my chest, my breast, baby, they was just bruised. I mean, I had so many big bruises in my chest and on my breast. But even though I had those bruises, I wasn't hurting. It wasn't tender or anything. So I guess during the time that I was in a coma, the healing, took place because I didn't feel no pain or anything. And when I couldn't understand, like, why am I so bruised up? Why am I bruised up like this? Not knowing that they had to keep putting them things on me, to get, trying to get me back. Had to keep shocking me, shocking me, shocking me, shocking me. Y'all, let me tell you something. Our bodies go through a lot. Go through a lot, y'all. If you able, take care of your body. Take care of it. You can't hardly hear me? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. All right. I'm going to put these. I don't know if I'll be it. Let me see. Where is the little hole at? Y'all. Hey, man, it just bear with me. I'm going to take out of here and try to. Okay. A minute. And then. A minute. Y'all can let me know if you can hear me any better.
Woke up this morning, got up
Oh
out my
Lord, this
bed.
man,
I
Lord have
looked
mercy.
around, this is what I said. Thank you, Lord, for another day. All the blessings that's in my way.
Okay, let me know if you can hear me any better with the earbuds on. Okay, okay, good. I'm trying to stick the phone back up here. And okay. Oh boy, what I done done. Oh, I accidentally cut the camera off, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Uh, y'all, give me 1 second. Uh, cause see now he calling here. Give me a second, y'all.
Hello?
Yes, I'm on live still. I sent you a thing so you can hop on here. Did you?
No, baby, I'm at the damn train station. I had not used the money that you sent, and I get up here and it's not on the cash app, and I asked you to send it. I had to call the nursing home, so they won't throw me out. I have to show them my transportation thing for tomorrow morning in order to get out of here. I have to go to the Social Security office.
Oh, okay.
So I text you
Well,
back saying if you could resend it for me because I got to get back. I'm way past curfew.
y'all, give me 1 second.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry to disrupt you.
Okay. 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 So it's better. Good. 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 Okay. Yeah. So I don't even know where I was at, y'all. I done been all over the place, but I do. I feel so much better. Like, yeah, I was talking about when I had the cardiac arrest. When I woke up, I was just, I had bruises everywhere. I mean, just all over my chest. But, honey, by the grace of God, by the grace, because when I woke up, they was like, "Do you know where you at?" I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, no, I don't. And they told me that I was in the hospital, and I was like, oh Lord. I said I need to call my husband and let him know where I'm at. And they like, he on his way. And I was like, well, I need my phone. I'm just saying all this stuff that I'm thinking about. And yeah, it was something. It was, uh, you know, and the doctors told me, they say you are one in a million. They say most people, if they survive what you've been through, they're a vegetable. So I just thank God. I just thank Him over and over and over, y'all. I really do. I just thank Him. So I'm just excited for what He's doing in my life and all that. I'm just excited. I'm excited for my future. Y'all, I've been doing a little traveling. Y'all, God is good. I'm telling you. I have been doing a little traveling, y'all. And I I'll be traveling again real soon. And yes, he is. He is. I'm telling you. Like stuff I just like traveling was something I've always wanted to do. But going through all the stuff I've been through, I was like, Lord, will I ever get a chance to? But honey, oh God, y'all, God just He been showing out. He have been showing out in my life, and I just, man, I get just excited, you know, from just just thinking about it, and like I'm going, uh, I'm going to Florida in August. Y'all gonna get, baby, y'all gonna get tired of them videos because I'll be gone then for like 4 or 5 days. But then I'm going back in November, and I'm gonna stay. I don't know, probably 8 or 9 days. Yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you, I am excited, you know, about my future. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. Man, I can remember, y'all, I went to visit my old job, and when when the girl opened the door, she just started screaming. And I'm like, what is really going on? And they like, who is it? And she's like, it's Miss Faye. They like, well, move and let her in so she can sit down. So she was so excited, y'all. She said, let me show you what God showed me last night, and I put it on Facebook. I said, okay. She put on there that God said a miracle was going to come through the door today. So that's why she was screaming, because I came through the door. Yeah. Yeah. So now I done declined the call, and it's still ringing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And honey, that they just love on me. And my supervisor told me, he said, if they ever say you can come back to work, as long as I got a job, you got one too. Yeah, sure did. Mhm. Yeah. So I just I feel just blessed, y'all. I really do. Yeah. And I have learned that in this going through this journey, don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't do it. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Just just don't do it, cause it ain't worth it. It's I mean, y'all, it just ain't. Some people you have to cut them off, you have to block them, whatever. Do it. Do it. Cause you in business to live life and to be able to enjoy life. But you got to know that you deserve it for yourself. You got to know that. So, yeah, if you got to let folks go, bye. Tell them bye and don't look back. Don't look back. It's okay. It's okay, because y'all, in this life, I have learned that some of the people, when they call themselves cutting you off or whatever, baby, that's the greatest gift of all. Like, thank you. Thank you. You know, but yeah, it's when they call themselves, cutting you off or being through, bye. I'm good with that, you know, because one thing about God, when you go through, you know, the heartaches that I've had to deal with, and the things that I have dealt with mostly just been me, personally, really, dealing with illnesses, and then with the loss of my husband, you know, thank you. But other than that, I'm just, you know, yeah, yeah. So, y'all, how long I done been on here? Hour and almost 20 minutes. So, I am gonna get ready to get off of here. Tomorrow, y'all, I have a doctor's appointment, and I'm not. I don't know. I'll probably hop back on her, y'all, tomorrow, and you know, chit chat a little bit uh with you all. let you know how my appointment went. Cause it's gonna be good news, y'all. You know, the surgeon told me that I might have to have another surgery, but baby, the devil is a lie. Eh, and we ain't having no more surgery. Yeah. So I'm gonna come back on here tomorrow, y'all. One of my cousins is supposed to come over tomorrow for me to do her hair. So I don't know. I might go live while I'm doing her hair, honey, cause my cousin she cuts up. So I might just get on her and we just talk and just have a little fun, y'all. So I'm going to get ready to get off of here. Y'all, I thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me and not leaving me, staying subscribed to me. And those of you, if you have not subscribed, go ahead. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell to be notified. And one very important thing that I need y'all to do for me, I need y'all to stay blessed. Y'all already know. Stay blessed, y'all. Yes. And I will be talking to you all tomorrow. Have a good night.